This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. Guys, it's 2020. It's time to organize your life. I want you to get started by getting rid of that small suitcase in your back pocket that you call a wallet. I've got something new to share with you. This is the Ridge Wallet, and it's different. It's sleek, industrial, fits into your front pocket. It is going to change your pocket game. Ridge Wallets hold up to 12 cards, plus all the cash that you're going to need. You can choose from over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. It's the best wallet you'll ever buy, but you don't just have to take my word for it, because they've got 30,000 five-star reviews. I was skeptical at first, but I'm telling you, if you try this, you're never going to go back. There's no pressure. Test it out for 45 days. If you don't love it, send it back, get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, there is a lifetime warranty. Click the link in the description. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns. Go to ridge.com/Chael. That's ridge.com/Chael and use the promo code Chael. A question that keeps coming up, I keep seeing it on the underground forum, is would there be any chance that Chimaev and Conor McGregor get together next? As in now, as in right away. Well, there's a few problems with that. The few of the clues that were given, Dana White coming out and saying Conor's not fighting in 2020, Dana White coming out and saying Chimaev is going to fight in the next 30 days, a statement that he made 9 days ago, which means Chimaev's on deck and Conor's in the batter's box. No, if you want to talk about next, no, but I would like to elaborate this thought, because many of the people that said it would not happen and it could never possibly happen had to do with the idea that Chimaev is an unknown that looks like he's got absolute star potential. Would you put him against your biggest star right now? Make it go boom and all of a sudden have a team player in Chimaev would be the hope, who wants to compete and stay busy all the time as he is now. That would be the hope. That would be the wish. I don't think you're dealing with decision makers that put a whole lot of strategy into the word hope. I will argue, though, as much as no, that fight is not going to happen next, but I will argue for you that historically we have seen things like this. Two fights come to mind. Daniel Cormier, who was getting ready to fight for a world championship and needed something to do in between, fought a coffee barista named Pat Cummins with absolutely no experience in a co-main event spot and a world title opportunity on the line. And I only bring that to you because, by the way, I don't mean to dismiss Pat Cummins when I got coffee barista. I mean, that's what he was doing for work. He was at a coffee place and he was making coffee, but he had a dream of being a fighter. He wasn't this decorated, well and household name. You tell me he's going to put down the apron, put on the gloves, and go take on the number one contender in the world, and the number one contender in the world is going to be okay with that? And I'm telling you, yes, and it happened. Another fight that was just like that, Dan Henderson, and I want to say this was because Henderson was late in his contract. Henderson might have even been being punished. I might be adding that to the story, but somewhere like that, ends up having to fight a guy out of Brazil who'd only had all of his matches in the training room, but he had it with the Brazilian top team. He had it with some of the baddest dudes in the world, from the Nogueira brothers to Murilo Bustamante, guys with names that were putting them on him. His name was Rousimar Palhares. Nobody knew who Palhares was, and Palhares was a dangerous, even more dangerous opponent for Dan Henderson in hindsight, because what we didn't know about Palhares was how great he was with the heel hook. We didn't know that. I mean, Palhares is one of these guys that was going for attacks successfully that nobody else was attempting to do, and he was great at them. So when you have a guy like that, you look across the ring, you're judging a book by his cover, and okay, this guy looks strong, and he looks ornery, and he looks mean, and I guess I got to go fight him. But oh, by the way, he's got this hidden weapon that he finishes the best guys in the world in the practice room with all the time, known as the heel hook. Now, Dan got over on Palhares that night, but then Palhares went on quite a run, finishing guys with heel hooks. Point being, he had these skills, and there is a big risk when you're the big guy. A true competitor is never going to care where they sit in the rankings and where the other guy sits. A Daniel Cormier or a Dan Henderson of the world, they will never care. They're amateur wrestlers. They're used to a tournament. Whoever shows up, whoever gets on the scale, put a bracket together. We don't even know how the bracket's going to unfold. Not only am I not agreeing to wrestle anybody blindly, I'm agreeing to wrestle whoever's after that and whoever is after that based on the architecture competitively of the bracket as it unfolds. So when you have somebody with that mindset and they're looking for a match, real easy to do. I don't know how many guys do have that mindset. What came of it for Daniel Cormier? He went right into a world title fight and a multi-million-dollar payday. That's what happened to him. What happened with Dan Henderson? I think he left. I think he left and went over to Strikeforce after Palhares. I would have to look that up. But the point is, even if he didn't, something great would have happened, but all he did is what he was supposed to do. As honorable as you may find the story I just reminded you of Dan Henderson choosing to fight this unknown Palhares who'd never been in the UFC before and nobody even had any tape on the guy, or Daniel Cormier taking on a fellow wrestler who we did know from the practice room but that did not have a name, risking a number one contendership, as cool as that may sound, those guys didn't get any credit from their peers and don't give any credit to themselves. That's the only life they know. That's the only mindset they know. There are times when it appears that Conor is that same kind of competitor. Anyone, anytime, bigger the risk, no problem. Maybe I win, maybe I don't. What? That's competition. I got no problem with it. I'm not trying to protect a perfect record. I'm trying to go out and get matches. There's times where you see that. But if you sit and you wait or you play some of these games, there can be other effects. I don't think any of us saw this coming. I don't think any of us predicted that Conor wasn't going to manipulate this just perfectly. But eventually, there's only so many dates booked. There's only so many competitors. There's only so many promises that have already been made.